Y'all can hear me, chat? Yo, we live in this back. Nah, I'm just playing. Yo, y'all see what we got, man. Size America's most violent prison system. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I ain't been seeing no Tommy G. I see he uploaded. Who am I not to click on the video? Before we get into the video, man, y'all already know. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, turn that post notification bell on. That would be lovely. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I told myself I'm gonna put a Bible scripture in every video. So, today's verse of the day. For if we have been planted together in the likeliness of his death, we shall be also in the likeliness of his resurrection. Take that as you will. And let's get into the video, man. Let's get into the video. Chat, if you haven't seen the Cook County video I reacted to in Chicago, go watch that. We into it. I ain't gonna lie, this quality looking crazy. Is it okay? What the fuck? Did he have a machete? Okay, that's normal. Motherfuckers throwing hands in jail, fist up. Okay, but what the fuck is that? No. What the fuck is that? Why is that in there? He got one too. He got one too. Wait. That's legal? And what jail is this? Where the fuck is he at?
8 armed robberies, 9 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon.
Okay, and that's the shank.
We got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging. You're hearing metal on meat. Hit him with the fan motor.
Metal on meat.
This is hours on end.
Oh, that nigga beat his ass. Damn.
How terrible are the living conditions in prison? Horrible.
Says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't care.
You know what that means.
He's gonna rape you.
Sexual assault is common in prison?
Oh, absolutely.
All I hear, help, he raping me.
Describe life and enjoy.
What?
I say it's dangerous. You gotta be on all your tens, cause this place, it ain't no play for the weak.
Tell everybody what you do for fun around here. See, you really want to show this? Y'all really want to see what we do for fun around here?
For Black History Month, a bunch of white guys were on dog collars.
Every Black History Month in Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
Which game?
They wear dog collars? Nah, yo, wait. They wear dog collars? What we talking about?
Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
Which game would you say was the most dangerous?
Blood.
What kind of stuff would they do to get money?
Shit, rob you.
Like right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison.
So we in Georgia State. All right.
About a year ago, I started seeing prison inmates coming across my Instagram feed, and it was absolutely.
Oh, that size up was crazy. He finna get busy.
Some had piles of cash and pounds of weed. Some even had video games in their cell, and it made me wonder how this was all possible. But then I saw this: guys posted up with knives, vicious-looking machetes, entire gangs armed to the teeth. So I started to wonder what was going on in the Georgia prison system. And once I went down this rabbit hole, I couldn't stop. I started learning about horrific living conditions.
Damn, folks, he eating good.
Prisons with no guards on duty, extortion gangs that charge you rent if you want to be alive, smuggling, bribery, gang warfare, guards and gangs, and even the prison system covering up murders. So to bring you into this world, you'll hear from current inmates on the inside, former inmates, and retired guards. And today you'll see inside one of the most brutally dangerous places in the country, the Georgia State prison system.
But you got motherfuckers in Georgia crazy because they country. Like, you can't do nothing about that. You putting too many people in one place.
Water popped off, can't get no showers. I stink, balls stink, ass stink, armpit stink. I gotta take a shower right here.
That ain't boy name Slime Busy, man, you know what I'm saying? Wash clothes right now, but they kind of hard right now. You know you gotta wash clothes. What's up, my nigga?
Good.
Smooth up, yeah.
How long you got those, bro?
Shit, I got about like goddamn 8, 9 months left, though. How long you got, bro?
That hit me with what it is right here. You don't know what that is, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep people out the window because it's
They elbowed him.
Moses in the blood and shit. I'm trying to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I got shot in the spine. You know what I'm saying? Police shot me, and I had to learn how to walk again. 3.5 years straight, I've been goddamn paralyzed. So being paralyzed, I went through a lot of trial and tribulation, especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shot my PO type shit. and she was pregnant, but she really spoke on my behalf and really gave me a second chance and told them folks just mental health evaluate me and give me a second chance at life. And that's really just a blessing, to be honest with you, because she really could have done called the nigga if she really wanted to.
Per capita, the Georgia prison system.
Okay, now I heard everything he was saying and I was trying to like take it in. Did he say he shot his PO? Is that what he said though? Or am I tweaking?
I walk again 3.5 years straight. I've been got down paralyzed. So being paralyzed, I went through a lot of trial and tribulation, especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the police know you shot somebody. Okay.
You know, I shot my PO type shit.
Huh? No, I'm not even being funny though. Like
A lot of trial and tribulation, especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shot my PO type shit.
he did say that. Okay, let's do it.
And she was pregnant, but she really spoke on my behalf and really gave me a second chance and told them folks just mental health evaluate me and give me a second chance at life. And that's really just a blessing, to be honest with you, because she really could have done called the nigga if she really wanted to.
Per capita, the Georgia prison system is arguably the most dangerous place in the United
That's
States.
deep.
For reference,
That's deep,
compare
chat.
to Memphis, Tennessee, which has been America's murder capital for the last couple years. There were 234 murders recorded in Memphis in 2025 with a population of just over 600,000. By comparison, it's estimated that in 2025, that between 50,000 Georgia prison inmates, there were over 300 murders, which would make the Georgia prison system 15 times more murderous than the most dangerous city in the country.
Damn. So Memphis. I already know how Memphis get. I ain't really need to know too much on that fact because I kind of already knew that. That's kind of more like self-explanatory in a way. But I definitely didn't know they was getting down in Georgia State Prison like that. You damn near fighting for your life every day, mud. Like I get fighting for your life. Like, bro, machetes, and then how the fuck you don't got no guards? That ain't prison. You might as well let their ass out. Not saying they probably shouldn't be out. They probably shouldn't be out. Because some of them motherfuckers in there look like a menace to society. Not saying that. And no disrespect. Wait, because if you see this video, I want no fucking problems. But, you know what I mean? Come on now. Shit getting out of hand. No guards. Yeah. Hold on, chat. I have to turn the brightness down, bro. I look like a fucking light bulb. Alright, man, let's get it.
I went away for armed robbery. Cops 20 years, niggas snitch on me type shit.
Describe life in a Georgia prison.
I say it's dangerous. You better be on all your tens, cause this place, it ain't no play for the weak. 0 staff, no staff work here. Nigga dying every day.
What do you do to pass the time?
Talk to my whole press niggas, kick it with my partner, we listen to music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit the streets up, see what they doing. We ain't doing shit, we doing time, really.
Let me give you the bird's eye view of the Georgia prison system. Here,
that shit crazy, chat.
Inmates spread across 34 state prisons, 4 privately ran facilities, and over 20 county work camps. Within these walls, there are well over 12,000 registered gang members, and they far outnumber the guards. Gangs in here run highly sophisticated smuggling networks to bring in drugs and weapons. They bribe and control corrections officers, and they run brutally violent extortion campaigns targeted on non-gang affiliated inmates, which are referred to as civilians. In here, you have to fight to survive.
That shit crazy, blood. Like, motherfuckers. And then it's crazy because they ass getting bribed. Y'all getting bribed, chat?
Where in Georgia did you go to?
Marietta, Cobb County.
And then you went to prison?
Yeah, I went to prison. I went from juvenile. Once I turned 17, I went straight to prison.
What was that like?
Terrible.
Tell me about it.
Shit, first year was rough, I ain't gonna lie. You know, everybody, you know, gang bang, they all bloods, you know, trying to rob you, extort you, stab you over some food. You either gonna die about it or you gonna kill them about it.
Were you in a gang before juvenile?
No, it's not a gang.
My name E-Man. I did 10 years in Georgia State Prison.
And what'd you serve for?
Armed robbery and a bunch of other little petty crimes, but I officially went down the road for armed robbery.
How would you describe the conditions inside?
Damn, folk, he in a cha.
Now the conditions in Georgia State Prison are terrible, man. I know for sure that Georgia State Prison is the worst prison in the United States.
You went viral for posting videos of your time in there, right?
And rapping, posting things that I was doing and all.
Did you post that after you got out?
Nah, I posted while I was in there.
Did you get in trouble at all?
Yeah, I went to the hole every time.
My name's Cody Wood. I served 5 years.
And what were you in for?
Armed robbery.
Okay. What was it like when you first got to your cell, and what were some of the things you had to do or prove yourself on?
So my second day in prison, I'm thinking, man, this is going so smooth, it's awesome. I'm up there with my buddy from Gainesville, and he tells me, he says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't care. And he's like, that means he's gonna rape you. And I was like, oh, what do I do, man? I'm scared, man. So he's like, look, you can use my shoes.
Nigga said, oh, what am I going to do, man? Nah, there's no way, bro. He's wilding right now, bro.
Like, I don't care.
He's wilding right now, bro.
And I was like, oh, what do I do, man? I'm scared, man. So he's like, look, you can use my shoes. And, you know, he had the strap-on diabetic shoes that they give you at a sick call. So they were about size 14. So I put them on, looked like a clown. And he went down to the cell and he opened the door for me. I ran into a cell and he was sitting on the bed with another dude. Started fighting, and once that happened, once I took off on him, it's like either I beat this guy or he beats me, and I don't know what he's gonna do to me. It was over with, so I got up and I walked out. And my buddy from Gainesville said, and next time it's gonna be knives. And I'm like, yo, I don't have a knife.
First name is Constance. I started as a correctional officer 1, left as the captain of special operations. I mean, if they have their pants a little lowered so where they're just showing just the top part of their underwear, quote unquote, the crack, and they're walking next to a certain inmate, they're that inmate's property. You can hear the sexual intercourse going on.
I'm watching TV through the door or whatever. All I hear, help, help, he raping me. I'm like, God damn. So boom, buddy come out, eye bleeding, face stabbed, neck, wrist, he down near died.
They were stabbing him as they were raping him?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That was the blood that did it?
No, it was a Muslim.
What percent of guys are f***ing other guys?
It was a Muslim?
Probably about 70.
That's crazy.
I've seen them with the tan inmate belts wrapped around the neck and walking around like a dog.
What is that about?
Control.
Now that right there, every Black History Month in Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
I just think it's interesting because I think if the roles were reversed, this would be a nationwide story. Everyone would be looking into it, you know?
No, definitely.
Would you say it's more acceptable, or are people trying to take it from you?
Well, no, it's definitely more acceptable now than back in the day.
Are they really against it, or they're just putting on like they're against it?
There's two ways and everything in this world.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
And did you go in unaffiliated?
I did. I was 18 years old. I was scared. I was roommates with a guy, and I saw him getting a lot of money. He was Crip. And he kept asking me, he's like, man, I heard about what you did in G2, man, how you beat that guy and stand on your 10 toes. He's like, man, you ought to get down with us. I'm like, nah, man, that's not me. I saw them getting all this money and having their way, and so I was like, let's run it, man.
Did you get jumped in?
Yeah, so I had to do 3 minutes with 3 different guys at once in the mop closet. So I got beat pretty bad. So if you drop, they stop the timer and they make you get back up.
Holy
and
shit.
you keep fighting. I had 2 black eyes, I had a busted lip, busted nose.
Damn. 3 of them, folks. Fuck you think he is? Batman? I get it, though.
Oh, yeah.
And what'd you serve for?
Armed robbery. That shit zombie land. That shit fucked up. That shit really fucked up, for real.
So did you go in unaffiliated? Did you join a crew? What did that look like?
I just went in like me. You feel me? And I just stood 10 toes.
Did you feel like you needed to get a knife just to protect yourself?
Yeah, everywhere you go, you need a knife.
Of all the inmates in there, what percent of them have a knife?
Oh, about 90, 95.
So basically, you guys want to know how knives made.
I need to know.
Knives are usually made like this. You're gonna cut that off of metal, okay? So you can see how it outlined. I have a machete here. That would be the submachine gun. So we're
How the fuck y'all cutting the metal? With another knife?
Cut it off, you know, it's shaped into a machete. What you guys are using out there would be a assault rifle. This would be my submachine gun.
My name is Tiffany Johnson, and
He just called that motherfucker a submachine gun.
With her Facebook page, Georgia Prisons Exposed, Tiffany is on the front lines of getting information out about what's really happening behind bars. It's a place where family members can communicate to check to see if their locked up loved one is still alive, and she also gives inmates a platform to let their voice be heard on things ranging from the AC unit going out during an excessive heat warning, to MRSA and scabies outbreaks, to figuring out whether recent deaths were because of murder or overdose.
I've been incarcerated myself.
And what was it like behind bars?
It sucked. The officers could care less.
That is what I wanted to know too, chat. The female side of this? They got a female side? One, she just said the officers, woo. So that means there were officers. That's where they at. The officers so scared. They not even in the male prison. They said, y'all go ahead and do y'all. Y'all run this bitch. Just, you know what I mean? When we walk past this bitch, act like y'all don't see us. We act like we don't see you. Cool. But we gonna go see what's in these females over there. I wonder what the gang's like over there, because I know you got blood, crips, and females. Probably got GDs, BDs. Like, is it like expanded more than the males? Because I'm pretty sure they say like 8,000. We gonna replay it and see.
Of what's going on with you.
Right now, there's an epidemic of stabbings and killings going on. Are they being covered up?
Yes.
And are they classifying murders as suicides?
A lot of times they do. I know one lady, her son supposedly committed suicide, but when she got the autopsy report back, this bone right here was missing in his neck, and so it could have been strangulation, but he was brutally beaten, and she actually sent me his autopsy photos. I mean, they filleted him like a fish.
Do you think a lot of these deaths are covered up?
Damn.
Yes. For example, I worked at Phillips State Prison. It was ruled suicide, but it was in a mental health unit, and the first thing that was done was the logs were checked to make sure that checks were being done properly. Then things were being filled out before medical even came down. Because the first thing the administration is gonna say is, let me see your check logs. Paperwork is being forged.
So I've heard stories of guys get put in solitary after a fight or a stabbing, and then a guard opens up the door.
Yes.
The guard that's affiliated with the gang.
Yep.
And then lets another gang member stab them to death.
Yes.
I got stabbed in sleep 9 times. Also sitting
Damn. The officer set him up. You know what I'm saying? The officer set him up. You can't trust nobody. That ain't even jail, bro. Let them people out, bro. Let them people. I'm not even being funny. Like, I'm done laughing. Like, I'm not even laughing anymore. I'm dead ass serious. Let them people out.
Like, this shit is no way you want to be all that street shit. This shit, man. Your partner gonna tell on you at the end of the fucking day.
And that guard may not even
Facts.
be affiliated with a gang,
Facts.
but that inmate may have something on that guard.
Not only are guards allegedly helping in gang hits, but the DOJ found evidence that Georgia is routinely underreporting homicide deaths. For example, independent watch groups estimate that over 300 inmates were murdered in 2025, but the state's official records only show about 70 killings. One way the state does this is even if a body has clear evidence of being beaten or stabbed, they will label the cause of death as unknown, and they've used this tactic hundreds of times in recent years. But my question is, isn't covering up murder a crime? I mean, if a guy in the street does this, he gets 25 to life. But if a Georgia prison official does this, nothing to see here, it honestly sounds criminal to me.
Now the danger
Facts.
is something that go on every single day. Like right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison. I did my time in a level 5 prison, so 90% of the inmates had life sentences.
Because if you have a life sentence, where's there to lose if you stab someone or get in a fight?
Nothing. They gonna come and get you if you kill somebody, but 9 out of 10, the person with the life sentence not gonna care though.
What was it like being a white person in Georgia prison?
Oh man, I had to constantly show out and constantly act like the big bad wolf. Like I survived out of other people fearing me.
Water everywhere. This shit, look at this shit. Water, rats, all type of shit. You got water everywhere. Rooms flooded, all type of shit.
Did you feel like you were treated like an animal in there?
Hell yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, food shitty. They'll even disrespect you, you feel me? Like, even though they
Okay, the
guards,
food
they
shitty.
privilege, disrespect you.
The food shitty is come on now. You knew when you was going on. Not saying like it's good you went to jail, but nigga, when you knew you was come on now, like you knew when you was going to jail, that shit was gonna be ass. Like you knew that shit was gonna be nasty, bro. I'm acting like you thought you was finna come in and go get a 5-star meal, my nigga. Like, you knew that shit was gonna be terrible. That shit was gonna be butt. Shit was gonna be nasty. Come on, bro.
But some people don't give a damn, so they gonna stab the officer or beat the officer, you feel me?
You're not going to want to miss what I show you next, but first give me 60 seconds to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Folks,
okay.
Before we get into the video, I got to tell you about something that allows you to make extra money during your free time. Maybe you're on lunch break from
If
work,
you say free cash,
you're taking a big
I'm gonna crash.
Either way, you could be making money. That brings me to the sponsor of today's episode, Free Cash. All
right, Tommy. All right. So I fucks with you, Tommy. I do. Like, you probably one of like the best news reporter ever made in history on YouTube. But that shit don't work. Okay, that shit don't work. So I'm just gonna skip this. But go check out Free Cash, chat. Bro, I'll do respect to you, my boy. That sponsorship, I know that bitch lovely though. Fuck what I'm talking about.
Which is a lot in there. You're either making money off of cigarettes, weed, and illegal stuff, or you're having your family send money. If you're having your family send money, that's a lot of money a week you're spending just trying to eat.
Come on, bro.
Yo, nigga, how we eating over here. You know what I'm saying? On the toilet. Get what? And this shit dirty as hell. This toilet ain't been clean in 30 days. Yo, man, this is what we eating right here, man. Ain't nothing but a little.
It's the fact you know that, bro, and you still doing it. Like, but I get it. Damn. I ain't gonna lie. That bit fake. That bit fake sound good though.
Apple Pay, anything, or Venmo.
How much you spend on all this?
You know what I'm saying? I spent $79.
You spent $79, and you saying this $75. So you gonna sell this, get your money back, and then what?
This all my food that I eat right here.
So do what you munching on.
Do what I'm munching on. You know what I'm saying?
That's free game. You a smart man. Look, it's a method to his madness, man. Straight up how to eat free.
You can't eat free at Chain. You going out bad. You going out bad, bro.
Going out bad, man.
So we're gonna have lasagna, Italian seasoning, and the sausage onto the bowl to make the filling. And now I'm gonna mix in the Italian sausage.
Okay. Well, you got him a little burrito. Phone on like a little quesadilla. Tighten it up.
How many guards were there for the inmates?
That bit might hit on something. I ain't gonna lie.
700.
Chat, no bullshit. I try that little hot Cheeto bag with the noodles.
So if something went down, how much
I
help were
would.
the guards?
No help.
So guards are short.
What they call it, a pocket.
Yeah, very.
Were there fights that they just did nothing about?
Nah, ain't no fights. You getting stabbed. You fight, someone gonna come behind you and stab you.
A war broke out.
Oh, it ain't no fight. Damn.
And they stood outside the dorm and watched. What are you gonna do? There's 30 guys on one side, 30 guys on the other. They all got knives and they're all fighting each other. What are you gonna do? You know?
How is that even possible
What are you
to keep
going to do?
anything safe?
You can't.
Were there enough guards for how many inmates there were?
No,
Hell no.
enough guards. And some stuff I don't even supposed to say, but I'm gonna tell you, cause it's never no guards. Like, we need guards for some of these guys to make it home. Like, a lot of the guys that died in there would never died if it was guards. I did 10 years. I done had thoughts that I'd get killed in there, cause I'm a gang member, and the gang lifestyle in there is way totally different than the civilian lifestyle in there.
They are understaffed. The pay is at a bare minimum. Honestly, it's not even minimum wage. So you're expected to work 12, 13, 14.
Nah. So you telling me right now? Wait. She said barely under minimum wage. What is minimum wage in Georgia State? Because this is 2026, this interview. Let's do some research right quick, chat. No. You're fucking lying to me. There's no fucking way, chat. That minimum wage is $5.15 per hour. But when you coming around workers in the state, federal minimum wage is $7.25. Huh? Nigga, how? No. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. How much is rent in Georgia? If they say like 1,000 or something, I'm gonna crash out. Okay, never mind. You only like 1,300, but hell no. Fuck no, you tweaking. I couldn't do it.
18 hours.
I see
one
why
officer in a dorm of 200 inmates.
they struggling out there. That economy
violent
sad.
Inmates. And you could be a female or one male working in that dorm, and you're expected to maintain control, and you're the only person. It is nothing for an inmate to offer an officer $2,500 for an iPhone, and you barely make that on your first paycheck.
And what is the starting pay? What is the starting pay?
Feel me?
$32,000.
So like 16 bucks an hour.
When I started, it was $32,000.
I believe that the last that I heard was Georgia's prisons are understaffed by about 60 to 70% in most of them. There's been people that has laid there dead for, you know, a couple of days before they were even found by officers.
But now it's a supervision problem. Like these guys can't be monitored. They literally can't be monitored. So it leads to more.
That's fucked up, man. 3 days of decomposing.
On average across the state, fewer than 50% of guard positions are filled. And according to national standards, a safe, functioning prison should be at 90% staffed. Let's cover the situation at Georgia's most dangerous facilities. Valdosta State Prison has only 20% of guard positions filled, and stabbings happen there daily. At 30% staffed facilities like Macon State and Georgia Diagnostic, the Department of Justice found that inmates are using fishing line and superglue to perform DIY surgery on their own stab wounds. But it does make you wonder, with a staffing crisis this severe, why hasn't Georgia called in the National Guard to help make these prisons safe again?
That's a good ass question. That is a good ass question.
What was the most dangerous?
Bloods.
And why is that?
Of course.
Cause most of them don't got family support, so you feel me? They just gonna come stab you and kill you, or get rank off it too.
So part of the reason they were so aggressive is because they had no one back home to support them, so this is what they had to do to get theirs.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff would they do to get money?
Shit, rob you.
And who'd you ride with in prison?
I'm Blood.
And from what I hear, the Bloods did some of the most of the extorting and things like that.
Most definitely.
Can you speak about that?
You don't want to go in there and have to listen to another grown man like with this gangbanging stuff. Nobody bigger than the program. Somebody gonna be telling you what to do.
Here's how the extortion campaigns could look. Let's imagine you are a rural guy named Jeff that got caught up using meth, and you get sent to prison. And because you walk in there unaffiliated with a gang, inmates look at you like a dog looks at a bone. And now it's likely that you get placed in a pod that a gang will run. So they might tie you up, beat you, and using smuggling phones, they will send pictures of you to your family members saying, if you don't send us $300 a week, Jeff will be beaten or dead, and they mean it. And just like that, Jeff's family, who is likely already struggling to make ends meet, is faced with an additional $1,200 bill just to keep their family member alive in prison. And remember, there are barely any guards in there, and the ones that could help you might very well be paid off by the same gang that's extorting you. It's easy money.
Yeah, sometimes like
that's
gang members
fucking
will,
crazy.
No.
That's fucking crazy. You telling me bro just hit the line? No, imagine though. Just imagine though. Hello?
Hello? I know you hear me. Don't act like you don't hear me, folks. If you don't send that money, niggas teeth going missing.
You said what? You gonna do what? Huh?
Nigga, you heard me. I said teeth going missing. I'm the motherfucking tooth fairy. Nigga, I need my bread. ASAP.
Wow. Alright, so peep, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna send that bread. Leave him alone. Fuck you talking about? Like, huh? Huh? That's tough. That's tough.
And send it to
Supporting you. It's easy money.
Yeah, sometimes like the gang members will force people to take the drug and, you know, video them and send it to their families, and they're like, you know, you need to send money in, like, you know, so we don't kill them. And sometimes they just make them take it for their own enjoyment. It scares me. Even when I'm driving down the road, I'm like terrified that I'm gonna get pulled over and go to jail for something, and I'm not even doing anything.
Tell everybody what you do for fun around here.
That's shit crazy.
You really want to show this? Do y'all really want to see what we do for fun around here?
Man, this one guy, they were both on meth and strips. Strips are spice. And they have
know what that is. We know what strips is. If you watch the Cook County video, y'all gonna find out what strips is. Strips is kind of crazy too. Strips is technically considered rat poison, weed. Like, so it's THC, rat poison, fertilizer, and horse tranquilizer. That shit kind of crazy.
With me tonight, I'm gonna kill him. Wigging out on strips of ice. They get put in the cell together at night. No one listened to them. You know, this was during coronavirus, so there was like 2 guards for the whole 1,200-man compound. We got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging. You're hearing metal on meat. Hit him with the fan motor, stabbed him. This is hours on end just happening. And my bunkmate's like, "Oh, we need to go check on him. We need to go check on him." I'm like, dude, I'm not going nowhere near that shit. You can go check on him. And JB comes out with a blanket over his head that's bloody and saying, "I didn't want to do it, man. I didn't want to do it." And then all you see is the head of this other guy poking out from under a pile of clothes, and he's missing his eyeballs. His face is all bloody, and
so they were buddies, but they were so mentally ill from the drugs that he killed his buddy.
K2. It's K2 what everybody be talking about. Yeah.
Paper strips, also known as K2 or spice, is a synthetic cannabinoid and is one of the biggest drugs in prison. It's cheap to make, easy to smuggle in, and once you get addicted, you are in a very dangerous position. Inmates will tie you up when you are high so they can extort you, or they will use you for cheap labor when other inmates know that you'll do anything to get your hands on another strip.
Go, you start. You say you went from what?
I said now we went from friendship to slavery. Now he's slavery.
Man, it's a business, man. Everything a business, bro.
Oh yeah.
When I call you up here, bro, and you make your money, bro, that shit cool, bro. Hey, you already know, man. You know, got my boy in here cleaning up. Gotta get me together. I ain't gotta do none of that shit, man. You know, when you got it like that, shit happen.
Whole step in that bitch.
Damn. Yeah, that bitch sweeping.
Hey, hold it in until they get back to you. You bring the trash can. Hold it in until they get back to you. Put it in. Don't blow it out. Don't blow it out.
I'm gonna keep the camera right there.
Get back to you. Shit going on. You doing smile? There ain't nothing.
Uh-oh, we got one. We got one. Yeah.
Folks, I'm trying to show you as much as I can inside the Georgia prison system, but some of it is just too brutal, dangerous, and graphic to show fully on YouTube. So if you would like to see the full and uncensored version of this episode, head to my Patreon and you'll also get exclusive access to the early Dallas Trap House episode, as well as the Atlanta Dance Club episode. If you join today and use code PRISON, you will get 50% off your first month on the site. I appreciate your support, and now back to the episode. How terrible.
Chat, I'm going to go look at the Patreon on my own time.
Is this the fault of the administration or of inmates?
Both. The orderlies are supposed to take care of the basics, you know, the mopping, the cleaning and stuff like that. But no one cares until it's quote unquote inspection time, where the warden walks the compound and checks every dorm. And let's be real, the wardens, I'm gonna be honest, they don't give a damn. They're just trying to figure out which officer they can sleep with.
We've heard of people that have been eaten alive by bed bugs and rats.
They just trying to figure out which officer they can sleep with?
I mean, their facilities that they're living in is just disgusting.
Her name is Willie Jackson.
This shit past corrupt.
I went away to prison for 30 years. I went away for murder, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. I remember the first prison that I went to, it was called Georgia State Prison in Reedsville. Every cell in Reedsville was a single man cell. They put 3 beds in the single man room. No matter what we did, you know what I'm saying, the punishment is to serve time in prison. It's not for the guards to beat us. We still have rights. It's worse than what it was when I was there.
How are they extorting guards?
Female officers are groomed. So it'll start off something simple as, "You smell nice today, Miss Jones. Did you do something different to your hair, Miss Jones?" And then these women who, some may be lacking self-esteem, some may be lacking, you know, love or companionship that they get at home. They're spending 12 to 13 hours a day with the same group of inmates, are falling for it. And it becomes to meet me in the broom closet. Because if you have one officer working a dorm, there's blind spots everywhere when it comes to cameras. It is nothing for an officer to have sexual relations with an inmate.
So how common is it that guards are having
I mean, well, we knew that.
I'd probably say weekly.
We call the local PD for help. Hey, will they be willing to let us in here? Instead of just telling us no, they call back up and say, we can take you to jail for this. So we have to leave, and maybe this is part of the Georgia system that seems to love prison so much. 3 officers? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
All right, I'm
fine.
We're doing a documentary.
Okay, so you do it from the street.
We were peacefully, and then we asked for your help, and then 3 cars showed up.
No. This is why we come, and we just come to make sure that we are same sheet of music. Do it from the streets.
Just so we know the zone. What's the zone that we can't step on? This entire square block.
Technically, you can be on the sidewalk. But here's the problem: once you go further, which most people start doing, you say, okay, we're not. Then the difference is you get that closer, we end up taking you to jail. Public sidewalk is fine. Public sidewalk, no further.
Did you guys find that to be an unreasonable response for a polite request?
Well, we live here, so it's an everyday response to us, and that's just the college campus police. That's not even real police. That's not even the police.
We're setting up for our second shot. And again,
Mob
we called
cops.
the police for help to see if they would, politely, could we get in? And look, they have a sentry post monitoring us now. And it makes you wonder, why did I even bother calling them in the first place for help if this is how it was going to turn out?
Should just did it on our own, right?
Folks, we're here in Georgia on a covert mission. We're about 3 minutes away from one of the deadliest prisons in the country, Coastal State Prison. We're talking about a prison where
there's another prison?
They get murdered.
Wait,
guards
hold the
get caught
phone.
smuggling contraband. This is a place with very serious problems. It's nighttime, it's Georgia. We're approaching a prison. We're probably gonna be met with resistance by the security. What we're gonna try and do is infiltrate as far as we can to get an idea of what this place looks like. Cause I'm just thinking, we all live in this safe little bubble, and there's these places that are absolute gladiator schools that people get locked up at. To wonder why this is happening in 2026, where we're supposed to have humane prisons for people. I would say this is a violation of human rights.
Indeed, it is.
What's really nuts right now is feet away from a place that I know there's people in there right now getting extorted. There's family members from the outside having to send money in just for them to have a bed or not die.
Yeah, man, we got these boys downtown down there, motherfuckers. These boys at Garnett Station. But ain't nobody with shot. 2025, we got niggas sleeping in the mat.
And it makes me wonder, if I was a state senator here, or even the warden of this prison, would I not send in the National Guard or do something? An emergency is happening in here. There are more murders happening in the Georgia prison system than in the most murderous city in America, Memphis, Tennessee. What will it take for state government to step up and care and do something about this? Whether someone in there is a murderer or whatever crime, these are people that are supposed to receive human rights. Folks, most of the footage you're going to see in this episode are from inmates that are working with us that want to share their experience, and they're doing this at great risk. But I did want to see one of the more dangerous ones with my own eyes to get a feel for what we're working with here.
Like,
all right,
the
folks,
system is
we
just
are
bad.
at the Georgia State Capitol. I wanted to make sure these politicians know exactly what is happening in their prison system so that there can be an attempt to change it. I'm giving each of them a letter that includes things like, in 2024, 330 people died while incarcerated in Georgia, which is more murderous than the most murderous city in America, pound for pound, by a lot. And then I enclose a few shocking photos so that they can understand the magnitude of what's going on. And guys, these 5 senators that we're delivering this to, I'm not attacking them. They have so much on their plate. They are busy guys. There's a lot of responsibility they have to handle. I hope that these photos are shocking enough that this goes to the top of their to-do list, which I'm sure is considerable. So anyways, we're gonna go in here and see if we can meet some of them.
What are you here for?
To meet a few of the senators. Sir, could I show you what's happening in the Georgia prison system? Big epidemic in violence right now. So this is pretty commonplace, guys with crazy machetes.
I was a deputy of Fulton County. So
oh, that place is...
I worked at jail, so I know exactly.
I just talked to Labat today on the phone briefly.
That's the sheriff, right?
Yeah. You have a stomach for tough things to see? This is a white inmate who, I guess in Black History Month, they walk him around like dogs and threaten with knives and extort. This is an inmate who got carved up with a hot knife until he died. This guy got flayed like Hannibal Lecter style.
Wow.
And this has been going on for a couple of years. And as a former jail deputy, what do you think about the Georgia prison system?
Certainly needs to be revamped.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on that
needs to be addressed big time. I mean, it's something that's been going on for a while. It's terrible what's going on. When I worked there, we were totally understaffed.
You are highlighting one of the key problems, which they're staffed at about 30% right now. So it's almost impossible for them to run a tight ship. So they need an extreme hiring measure or things are going to get worse. But I know you're busy, sir.
All right.
Enjoy your
Good
day.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Nah, the way that nigga face looked, that shit must have been graphic.
Impromptu, of course.
Yeah, he's not in the office.
Okay, can I leave him a little note or something to look at? Okay, I'm just gonna write his name on it. Okay, we're doing a piece on the prison system. I know he worked on some of that. Yeah, you said, Senator Bearden, please check this out. The situation is dire. Also would love to interview you. Blur out my number, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Knock, knock.
Senator Jackson.
So right now they're out of session, which means some of them are back in their own jurisdiction, and then they come to the Capitol to do state work. These are photos that cannot be ignored once you've seen them. Okay, on to the next. Okay, well, can't get in, doing the next best thing. Here we go, on to the next. So I'm leaving my name and personal number for all the senators to call. And who knows, we can maybe visit a prison together in the next episode. This one says, Senator Robertson, this prison situation is dire. These men need your help. Men are dying. I'm looking to interview you about this story. Tap. I mean, imagine this is where things get decided. I guess it makes you wonder, like, how much more money has to go into the system for them to do their job properly? Local, state, federal. I mean, look at the newspaper right here. 4,900 data centers coming in. Americans are starting to feel across the board that our representation does not have our best interests at heart. And it's like, how? With 20, 30, 40% of our paychecks, how are you guys not doing the best job ever? And how are you guys not ashamed when you're failing? If I was using taxpayer money and in charge of it, I would feel bad if I was fucking up. But it seems like the solution nowadays is just $30 billion more to Israel. If you're hearing this part, none of the senators got back to us either through the things we dropped off at their office or the follow-up emails that we sent. And that's the frustrating part, is you have these guys that are supposed to represent the state, and it's hard to get through to your local official. It's hard to get through to your federal official. We're in this one big system where every single paycheck you gotta pay, and you better bet that Uncle Sam's gonna collect that money whether you like it or not. When it comes to the accountability on the other side, right now in this country, it just feels like it's lacking. Since I couldn't get a response from Georgia state officials, I took my search for answers to Washington, D.C., where I sat down with Georgia Congressman Hank Johnson. What do you know about what's happening, and what are the problems? What are the solutions?
Well, I tell you, I was a criminal defense lawyer in Atlanta for 27 years before I came to Congress. And so I've been to all of the jails, many of the prisons in the state of Georgia. And I can tell you that over the years, the Georgia prison system has declined in terms of resources, in terms of infrastructure, but it has increased in terms of the number of inmates. And so in our prisons now, they are laboratories of death and crime, and their loved ones being killed or threatened with being killed or maimed or hurt if they don't provide a steady stream of money coming into the gangs that are actually controlling the prisons, because you don't have enough prison guards. So the prison officials have to allow a kind of informal governmental structure which uses inmates to control other inmates.
My name is Bianca Tylik. I'm the executive director at Worth Rises, and we are an organization that operates nationally.
Like, and it's crazy because, like, bro just went all the way to Washington, D.C. where the big boss is at, and he literally just told you, like, it's basically ain't shit we can do about it. The gangs run that motherfucker, and we work with the we incorporate with the gang and let that shit be what it be. That's tough. Like, that's tough.
Dismantle the prison industry and end the exploitation of people who are incarcerated and their loved ones.
Can you speak to why these places are so understaffed? I think Georgia's at 50 or 40% capacity.
It is a very difficult job to walk into an environment where there are tens, hundreds, thousands of people at potentially their lowest. Humans are not meant to put other humans in cages and lock the door. It will change who you are. Correctional officers have very high rates of alcoholism and substance abuse. They have very high rates of domestic violence at home. They have very high rates of suicide. It's not surprising to me that people don't want these jobs. They're not good jobs.
What's stopping the state of Georgia from getting more guards to go there?
Because they are reducing costs, because they're giving away the store to corporations to lure them to Georgia to create jobs. They give them tax incentives.
Maybe the thinking there is, hey, these guys, they murdered, they raped, they did this. Throw them in a cage. We don't want to waste any money on them. We'll use that money for other and more important things.
Tax cuts to corporations and millionaires and wealthy individuals.
Some people say that the way the prison economy is set up, from phone conversations to healthcare to commissary, that it is a predatory in nature. And it forces these guys to try and make money in other ways because they can't make money by working. So of course they're going to invent other ways to make money. Can you speak to some of that?
There are some prisons where inmates are working for private corporations, and they might make 93 cents or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not minimum wage.
But hustles are a necessary part of life in prison because you will never survive purely based on whatever job you're assigned and the wages that come from it, especially not in the state of Georgia and others like it that don't pay anything for labor.
What do you think could be done to improve this?
Get adequate staff, ones that have a little bit of compassion that will actually care for the people behind the walls. Right now they're talking about and starting to do one-man cells, which I think is a good idea because a lot of people are killed by their cellmates. And Georgia keeps getting all this money to do all this different stuff, but yet all they want to do is build another prison, so that they can house more people.
Do you think
what she finna do, whatever she finna do, bro?
I think it's a two-way street. On one end, you need more participation from the inmates for better behavior, but on the other end, you need the prison to invest better into them.
If the prison administration show that they actually cared and just don't care when there's visitors, then I really think it will go a long way with the inmates.
What can a prison be doing better?
At better administration, definitely change the hiring standards. Let's get them paid a little bit more because officers aren't going to care if they're making $16 an hour. You can go to McDonald's and make more than that and work overtime. So definitely pay the officers better. Have a different way of how you hire them.
You telling me you federal, like first the system fucked up. Being working in the system is fucked up. What the fuck is y'all like? What is the system for? Y'all gotta delete that shit. Y'all gotta backspace that shit. Y'all gotta control alt delete that motherfucker. Cause it don't make no sense. The system never made sense to me. And I get it. Like you gotta run on the system. Cause it's like without the system there wouldn't be an economy. It wouldn't be the world. But I feel like if shit was free range and you could just live life, it's also a bad thing because you gotta take the good with the bad. And some motherfuckers just can't be out in the wild. Like, I'm not saying nobody deserves to be caged up. I personally think nobody deserves to be caged up. I don't think a human should cage another human. But some motherfuckers do need to be tamed because because some people just don't got it to the point where they just like, when I say motherfuckers be like on different levels of crashing. That shit get wild. So I get it. But I don't get the system of that shit. Like, the system fucking suck, bro.
With the inmates, start talking to the inmates. Don't just see what they need. Hey, you've been here for 5 years. You have a 15-year sentence. Let's start getting you into different programs. Let's just not put them in mental health classes and dope them up. Actually teach them something because eventually they are going to get out. And what's going to happen? They're going to be right back to where they came from because they don't know no better and they haven't learned anything.
Folks, I'm sure many of you watching, myself included, has had a family member or friend been locked up in jail or prison, and I think we can all agree that no one deserves treatment like this, to live in absolutely dangerous and inhumane conditions. After all, being locked up is the punishment. Being away from your family, not being able to do your job, not being able to touch grass and see the world, that is the punishment. Not being at knife point or being extorted by gangs. And the state of Georgia is failing right now, and there's something we as an audience can do about it. So I have put top state officials that are responsible for this in the description of this video, their names, their contact information. I encourage you to call their office, email them, and let them know you want things to change. Because after all, this is a massive human rights violation, and I'm surprised there's not a massive civil rights lawsuit. And what this lawsuit will cost one day will be far greater to the taxpayer than if the state of Georgia simply raises pay for guards and hires more of them. So I encourage you to use your voice and contact these officials, because man, no one deserves to live like this. I'm not saying a murderer should have filet mignon in prison, but you shouldn't be afraid of being stabbed in your sleep. That's just ridiculous. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this episode was tough to watch. It was brutal to make. There's just a lot of heavy things that we saw today. So thank you for watching it with me, and I'll see you next week.
This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Okay? To end the video out. This shit was deep. Like, of course my fucking battery dies. That's good though. Listen. This shit is not funny. Okay? It's not funny. So don't be laughing and shit, cause it's not funny. Alright, don't take me as a joke either, nigga. It's not funny. Okay? This shit is serious. I'm not personally finna be doing no emailing to nobody, because it's not my business. But I definitely encourage to email. Go check that shit out. Because, you know what I mean? Your voice, that shit do matter. This shit is sad. It's inhumane. You feel me? And anybody that's going through that, or anybody that's dealing with that, I pray for them. Tommy G is a fucking goat. I'm finna watch this Indian reservation right now, actually. But it'll probably be another video posted somewhere. Go check it out. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, turn that post notification bell, and I'll see y'all next video.